Paano ba maging successful o ano ang batayan ninyo ng success? Yan ang aalamin natin sa episode natin ngayon sa Changed by Faith. Kasama po ninyo Cheska San Diego Bobadilla at hindi ko na patatagalin, isang successful woman ang kasama ko ngayon at ako excited na makasama siya at marinig ano yung mga success stories na kanyang maibabahagi sa atin. Kasama natin si Dr. Christine Daguno Canoy. Pero kami ang tawag namin Tita Ging.
Thank you for having me.
Para sa iba, ang tawag nila sa iyo, Ma'am, Doc Christine, marami ka ng labels. I think, naging part ka pa ng PNP, at marami pang iba, motivational speaker, at marami pang iba. Tumutulong sa mga tao, nag-charity work, nagmi-missions, at kung ano-ano pa. Pero sa amin, we fondly call you Tita Ging.
Okay.
Ano na ba yung mga pinagkakaabalahan mo ngayon? Doon muna tayo sa Dr. Christine.
Okay, dentista kasi ako, Cheska, to begin
Okay.
with, no? So, that was a career that I thought was the best for me, kaya gumraduate akong dentista. But the Lord had other plans.
Okay.
So, the transition was, for most people, drastic. For most people, bakit napunta siya doon? Ang layo naman. But for me, I believe it's still part of the plan. The Lord has led me to where I am today by being a dentist. So, naging teniente ako.
Galing, no?
Dental officer ng Philippine National Police. Kaya
Lady
naririnig.
Lieutenant.
Yes. That's why you hear people call me Doc Christine.
Okay.
So, but right now, I'm, of course, the president and CEO of Neo Colors Productions and Advertising
na
Incorporated.
malayo sa
Malayo.
dentistry. Okay.
Malayong-malayo kasi we're into printing, advertising, event branding. So, nagbabalot kami ng trains
Yun,
for
kung nakikita
advertising.
nyo yun yung mga brands na nakabalot sa LRT, MRT, kahit anong line yan, kayo yung
Yes.
gumagawa nun.
Yes.
Billboards.
Billboards, and of course, even retail stores. So, we do branding for brands na lumalapit sa amin.
At one time, meron pa yatang event na international or global na kayo yung nag-provide ng mga ng mga printed collaterals, tama ba?
Yes. Kasi we're into event branding. So, live event branding, meaning we dress up stadiums, arenas for sporting events like basketball. So, we did yung 2023 na FIBA World Championship na ginanap sa Pilipinas. Neo Colors ang event branding
At
partner.
nag-print lahat noon.
Print at nag-dress up ng buong MOA Arena.
Oo. Kumbaga nag-style kayo, nag-design
Yes,
noon.
yes.
Okay. Aside from that, may mga events ka rin, Tita Ging, na ginagawa. Here and abroad.
Yes, kasi nga napasok na tayo mula nung branding, no, and advertising. Napasok na rin ako sa events. So, in 2016, I was able to successfully register Neo Colors in New York. So ngayon, hindi na lang sa Pilipinas yung mga events na ginagawa namin. We also bring local artists to New York for shows, may fashion show, may concert. Most recently, dinala natin ang Alas Pilipinas, men's volleyball team, national team, to promote naman the World Championship, Volleyball World Championship, which happened in the Philippines last September 2025. So,
Yan at marami pang iba ang kanyang mga pinagkakaabalahan. Pero kumbaga ilan lang yan, Tita Ging, di ba? Itong mga nakikwento mo sa amin. Marami ka bang ibang mga kabisihan sa buhay ngayon?
Okay.
Pero sabi mo nga kanina, hindi mo yan pinlano, hindi mo in-expect na pagdating ng panahon, you will be able to do all of these things.
That's right. Naniniwala ako na yung buhay natin, we just, many are the plans in a man's heart. But ultimately, kung ano talaga yung plano at design ng Panginoon sa atin, as long as we live in obedience to Him, ililid niya tayo doon. So,
Okay.
hindi ako nanggaling sa isang mayamang pamilya, Cheska. If you hear stories, no, about me as a child, I was an orphan of a father at the age of 11. So,
Okay.
namatay yung papa ko at 11. My mother at that time wasn't working. So, can you imagine? She was a stay-at-home mom. Walang trabaho. Namatay ang asawa. 7 kaming magkakapatid.
7, okay? Sa panahon ngayon.
Yes. So, mahirap yung buhay. I really had to live in difficulty, we were financially handicapped. It's a good thing we were blessed with mga auntie namin na tumulong sa amin. But of course, we had to live a really modest life. Given simple, sobrang simple. At talagang para magmalasakit sa nanay mo, syempre, you have also to adjust with that kind of life. But one thing that stood out is hindi ko naramdaman or hindi ako nakaramdam ng self-pity during that time. I felt like that was just natural. It was natural for me to live a simple life kasi hindi kami mayaman. And I didn't feel like I'm deprived. I just enjoyed, going to church. Nanay ko, Sunday school teacher. So, ang buhay niya, nung namatay ang asawa, namatay yung papa ko, she was very active in church.
Tuloy lang sa
At
church,
ganun
di
lang.
ba?
Oo, yun yung kumbaga nag-occupy ng oras niya. At kami mga anak, yun na rin yung naging
Buhay
lifestyle
niyo,
namin.
oo.
Oo, like church, bahay, school.
Oo. Yan ay dito ba sa Manila o ang childhood mo nasa province?
Probinsyana, Cheska, laking Aklan ako.
Okay.
Okay, my mother is Ilongga, pero yung tatay ko Aklanon. So I was raised in Ibahay, Aklan as a child. So kami, yung church namin sa Ibahay, very active yung nanay ko. Kami rin, mga anak, naging active sa church. So life as a child was really devoted in activities sa church, and I was also a very active student. I tried my best to excel in school. That was my way of feeling ko paying back my mother who was working so hard at the time to really provide sa amin kahit na mahirap yung buhay. So, aral na lang. Yun na lang yung
Oo.
pinagkaabalhan.
At saka dati, Tita Ging, wala naman tayong mga social media, wala naman tayong masyadong napapanood na ganyan, that you will tend to, kumbaga, compare your life sa ibang mga tao. Like, buti pa sa Manila, ganun.
Actually,
buti pa
that's
sa
the advantage natin.
Buti na
namin
lang.
noon. That's
Buti
the
na lang wala.
advantage of my generation. There was really no comparison. You won't feel left out. Kasi wala kang nakikita, wala nga kaming TV chess ko eh.
Pero hindi ka naaawa sa sarili mo,
No.
sabi mo nga, di ba?
No. I was parang in-inculcate, parang itinanim ng mama ko sa isip ko na mag-aral ka lang na mabuti and really kapit sa Panginoon. Really trust in the Lord and really just give your best in whatever you do. And then, that's the way to prepare for a good future. Parang,
Yun lang yung kailangan mo.
Yun lang yung kailangan. Parang, kailangan mong gawin yan. Kasi kung hindi ka mag-aaral na mabuti, wala kang ibang kakapitan.
Kailan mo, Tita Ging, na-realize na, ay, hindi pala kami mayaman?
Wow! If I may kwento, Cheska, paborito akong isali ng mga teachers ko sa mga competitions.
Okay.
Medyo bibo ang tita mo ng bata.
Competitive.
Competitive. So, I was a declaimer, an orator, a writer. So, I would write essays. So, lagi akong pinapadala sa mga contest. There was a time when I already qualified for a regional level competition, meaning I won in the
Marami ka
municipal,
nang pinanalunan,
provincial. Oo.
okay.
So parang ito na, pang regional na, pero sasabihin ng nanay ko, wala tayong pera.
Para sa?
Para dun sa pagpunta sa regional competition.
Kasi sariling gastos,
Sariling gastos.
transpo.
Yes, ganun. So, just when I was about to decline na the participation, nag-pass lahat yung mga teachers ko. Ganun yung level ng
Support
ng
nila.
luck para suportahan ako ng mga teachers ko para lang makarating
Matuloy
sa
ka,
competition.
okay.
So, parang kumbaga sa mama ko, hindi na namin priority yon. We would prioritize the basic needs of the family rather than mag-spend sa mga ganun. So, ganung level ng kahirapan na really propelled me to really do my best and to give my best in everything that I do in life.
Oo.
So, of course, coupled with my faith and my trust in the Lord.
Yung iba, ang driving force daw nila, Tita Ging, ay, from the province ako, baka mas may ibang bigger opportunity sa akin. Hindi man Manila, pero sa ibang lugar. O kaya gusto ko mag-abroad ako. Minsan may ganun eh, na hindi pa nila alam yung idea, what's in it for them. Pero ayoko dito lang ako sa province or ayoko dito lang ako sa kung ano man ang kinalalagyan ko ngayon. Dumating ba sa'yo yung ganong feeling?
Actually, yung province naman kasi namin, hindi naman siya yung sobrang remote. So I really had a happy childhood. I had good friends. Yung community namin, it was a pleasant community. So hindi naman ako parang,
Wala kang hinanap.
hindi naman ako yung parang gigil na gigil or ano na talagang makaalis doon. Ano? But siguro dala na lang na after high school, most of my peers, most of yung mga kasabayan ko, ultimately, Manila talaga yung college. And I was blessed to be sponsored. That's the term. I was sponsored by my tita to go to Manila for college. I qualified. I graduated valedictorian. So,
Wow!
medyo tipid sa tuition
Correct.
nung college. So, ano na lang, parang yung boarding house ko na lang, and then yung mga miscellaneous fees na lang because I free ako sa tuition
Okay.
on my first year. And I had to maintain a scholarship to be able to help, of course, na to lower talaga yung cost ng education ko. So Manila was the destination for college. At dun lang nagkataon na nung nasa Manila na, dito na rin na-develop yung career kasi dito tayo gumraduate. Dito na ako nakapagtrabaho.
Ayun. Dalawa yung takeaway ko dyan, Tita Ging, sa mga kinikwento mo. Siyempre, dapat galingan mo rin pala talaga sa buhay, no? Kasi may mga taong pag nakita ka na, ay may potential ka, tutulungan ka eh.
That's right.
Susuportahan ka. Plus, maganda pala yung medyo malaki yung family, no?
Tama, tama.
Maraming susuporta din
Totoo.
sa'yo.
Yung bunsong kapatid ng papa ko kasi, wala siyang anak. So, when syempre, wala na kaming tatay, and then nung nakikita niya na nag-excel ako sa school, sayang naman yung bata. Parang, so that's when I really, kumbaga parang hindi ko masabi na basta na lang dumating yung blessing na yon. Maybe it was really, you're right, na nakitaan nila ng potential that I can really be someone in the future if given the opportunity. So I was sent to college.
Okay.
So yun yung pinagpapasalamat ko, pati sa Panginoon that He used my auntie as an instrument for me to be able to have a degree and develop a career.
Pagdating sa Maynila, anong kaibahan? Di ba? Ano yung na-experience mo
Culture
na,
shock din.
ganito pala dito sa Maynila?
Meron.
Okay.
Meron. Kasi syempre, ang hindi maaalis sa mga probinsyana, yung feeling intimidated.
Ah.
Like, kahit feeling ko,
Okay ka
even
naman.
in class, like, even alam ko yung sagot, hindi ako magtataas ng kamay.
Kahit alam mong matalino ka, magaling ka.
Yeah, there was that feeling of parang I'm not enough. Like I may not be enough for this crowd or
Okay.
maraming mas magaling, maraming mayaman dito, maraming mas matalino sa akin. So in the beginning there was that struggle to feel like I belong. Do I really belong here?
Okay.
Like, ganon. Pero yun nga, pinalaki ako na I'm the child of the Most High God. I'm the child of the King, and I don't have to feel intimidated. Fear is not of the Lord. So parang, kahit na in trembling, trembling ka when you do your prayers,
Go lang.
go lang. Parang, yeah, there is really something within you that you can actually source from dahil you have the Holy Spirit in you. Yun yung hinuhugutan ko talaga ng lakas. And then, after a while, medyo nagkaroon na rin ako ng confidence when I was able to prove myself. Nag-excel ka, nakikita naman nila yung pwede mong gawin. That's when I was able to gain friends na nag-build ng confidence ko. And I was also blessed with Christian friends in college. And I was also active in the campus ministry.
Okay.
So, nag-aral ako sa UBelt. So, sa University Belt, may mga churches. Kahit hindi ko talagang church, nakikisali ako. Just so I have my midweek service. I have my campus Bible study. So, those things really built me up to be the strong, God-fearing, and siguro yung may confidence ako na my source is not just people or not just my family. I have a God who's my source of everything that I could possibly need.
Ano yung realization mo dun, Tita Ging, na pagpunta mo sa Manila, gaano kahalaga yung naging foundation mo sa province? Kasi yun yung magtatawid sa'yo kasi all by yourself ka na lang ba rito o may family ka din kasama?
By myself. I had to live in a boarding house na 6 kami sa isang kwarto.
At sabi mo, hindi pa rin naman ako mayaman nun.
Hindi.
Hindi pa ako successful nun.
Yes. So talagang parang you're living within your means, no? Kung magkano lang yung bigay na allowance. But I feel like the reason kung bakit hindi naman ako nakaramdam ng kulang masyado. I mean, through the years, alam ko naman na mahirap lang kami eh. So, eto lang yun. And
Pagkasyahin mo
natutunan kong
yan.
pagkasyahin. And wala tayong bisyo. So, it's just really school and then church. And I felt the joy in doing that. Yan lang yung buhay ko. At masaya na ako doon. Ang sister ko noon, nakatira sa Las Piñas. Ako nasa University Belt yung boarding house ko. Every weekend, I would go home to be with her kasi nandun yung church namin.
Okay.
So, bata pa lang ako, I was one of the pioneer members of New Life, Alabang New Life Christian Center. I was active in the music ministry also. Kahit di man tayo kagalingan kumanta. I tried to keep myself busy
Occupied.
with things that would make me happy na hindi ko hinanap yung sinasabi nilang syempre teenager, bata ka, maghahanap ka ng barkada. I didn't.
Yun nga.
Wala akong ganun.
Pagdating ng Maynila, syempre, dito mo makikita na, ay, may nightlife. Ay, maraming mall. Ay, ganito. Hindi ka ba naapektuhan ng, syempre, pag estudyante, yung peer pressure po kasi, kaya ako nadala eh.
Hindi ko nga alam, Cheska, kung normal ako kasi wala akong ganun pakiramdam. Never ako nakapasok ng disco. Nakikita yung generation.
Okay.
During my time, kaliwat kanan yung mga disco. And ang alam ko noon, may mga classmates ako who would tatakas sa dorm.
Yung nagka-cutting class
Or
pa.
magka-cut class para lang gumimik.
Okay.
Kasi uso na rin talaga yung gimmick noon. Ano? Hindi ko yun. Unang-una, I had to maintain a scholarship.
Correct.
Para tuloy-tuloy yung pag-aaral ko. Pangalawa, wala man akong pambaon, wala akong pera, so kasya lang.
oo.
Kasya lang. To the point, Jessica, maniwala ka sa hindi, naranasan ko ang mananghalian with a waffle dog and tubig sa water fountain.
Yun na yun.
Yun na yun, yung lunch ko.
Okay.
Pag nade-delay yung allowance ko. So,
Just to get by,
yeah,
no?
just to get by, just to really survive. It was really survival. And really, yung focus ko na kailangan ko lang makatapos.
Okay.
So, walang gimmick, walang barkada na would require extra expense. Wala rin, never din akong sumama sa yung iba, di ba, yayayain ka ng kaklase mo, mag-weekend sa Quezon, mag-weekend sa Pampanga.
Wala kang ganong
I
experience.
tried not to kasi parang feeling ko kawawa naman sila, lagi na lang sila magbabayad for me.
Kasi
Wala
wala
akong
kang
pang-ambag.
maambag.
Kakahiya naman. So yun, but I feel like masaya lang ako because siguro nakontento ako kung anong meron at that time.
Kailan nag-start na nararamdaman or nakikita mo na parang umaasenso na ako in my own little ways?
Alright, so fast forward na tayo, naging dentista ako on my first take ng board exam. Of course, I passed the board exams right away. 3 months thereafter, I was already applying for a job sa Philippine National Police, sa Campanopio at that time. So, natanggap naman agad ako. So, I started as a parang trainee. Sa surgery ako na-assign. So, medyo matindi yung training ko, madugo.
Okay.
Kasi surgery, so medyo maraming pasyente sa PNP. Just when I thought na yun na yung buhay ko, nag-opisyal pa ako, Cheska, sabi ko nga, nag-apply pa ako sa lateral entry para maging tenyente. Akala ko yun na yun. But then I had feelings of, kung ganito, kaya ko kayang suportahan ang mama ko. My mother was really my main, parang responsibility. Like for me, yun yung motivation ko. I wanna be successful because I want to give si mama a better life. She's been struggling this whole time. Parang pakiramdam ko, parang hindi yata enough.
Parang hindi yata ito.
Oo, itong kinikita ko. Tapos, Cheska, it was a coincidence. Fast forward na natin, nagkaroon na ako ng mga anak. Meron akong isang kaibigan, I was working as a dental officer na. Meron akong kaibigan na nagkasalubong lang kami sa bazaar. It was
Okay.
almost Christmas.
Pero yung pa rin, dentista ka pa rin.
Dentista ako, nagtatrabaho ako sa dentista. Ito ay, magmamigrate daw sila sa New York. Meron siyang maliit na printing business
Okay.
sa Las Piñas. Sabi niya sa akin, baka gusto mo naman tingnan. Kailangan lang namin ng konting pera para sa pag-process ng papers. Magmamigrate kami.
Okay.
Baka gusto mo namang i-take over yung business.
Ano naman ang alam mo sa pagpiprinting?
Tawang-tawa ako. Tawang-tawa ako kasi sabi ko, malay ko dyan. Sanay ako.
Ngipin na lang.
Ngipin, oo. So, but then again, that night, di ako nakatulog. And then, I prayed. And then the Lord, I had this, alam mo yung when the Holy Spirit is telling you something,
Hindi ka mapapakali.
hindi ka mapapakali at hindi ka niya patutulog. And the next day, I had to call this friend, si Ate Nanette. Sabi ko, sige nga, can I visit your office? Can I visit where you have your printing business? And then, siguro a couple of days thereafter, pumunta ako. Nakita ko, napakaliit, Cheska. Maliit pa yata dito sa
Sa
room
studio,
natin, sa studio
oo.
natin, no? Meron siyang isang maliit na makina, may dalawa siya, 3 tao, running the business, na siya yung head. And then, ang dumi-dumi kasi imprenta, alam mo yun, ang
Ano
mabaho,
piniprint?
madumi.
Mga posters,
No,
tarpaulin?
ang piniprint nila noon, mga letterheads, calling cards, small
Okay.
volume printing
Okay.
for office requirements. So, tinanong ko na kaagad, Cheska, magkano bang extra income, Ate Nanette, kung i-consider ko to? Sabi niya, kumikita ako mga 50,000 a month.
Okay.
Nagsusweldo siya ng 3 tao. Do the math.
Oo nga.
Doon naman mababa pa ang minimum wage, no? Parang sinabi ko naman, sobrang tanda ko na. This was in around 2004, 2005, okay? So mababa pa yung minimum wage. When I was trying to do the math, yung neto niya, pwede nang doblehin yung sahod ko bilang dentista. Sabi ko,
Okay.
parang madodoble na yung sahod ko. Sige nga, tingnan ko nga
Yun
to.
ba yung naging consideration mo na parang okay ito
Yeah, parang side hustle siya, pero kung madodoble niya yung kinikita ko, magandang side hustle ito.
Okay.
Kung may tao naman nagagawa for me, magsusupervise lang ako.
Okay.
So that was the consideration when I decided. And then, she did not ask naman for too much. Parang, kahit i-ano mo lang, installment mo lang ako. Parang gano'n.
Kasi kailangan lang nilang makaalis na.
Yes.
Okay.
So, inutangan ko pa yon, Cheska. Kasi nung nandun na ako, parang, oops, parang ano na, nung una testing the waters lang ako, pero nung bandang huli na, talagang I was trying to consider na, sige na nga, subukan ko to. So, kailangan ko na siyang bayaran.
Okay.
I had to get a loan para mabayaran siya. And then, it led me to where the business is today.
Okay.
It was very, it didn't happen overnight. Of
Totoo.
course, sabi mo nga, ito
2004, di ba? 2004, fast forward ilang years, so 20 years.
na 22 years.
Wow, 22 years. Sa 22 years ngayon, meron ka ng New York na Neo
Meron na
Colors.
tayong Neo Colors New York. Neo Colors is now one of the leading, what you call this, leading printing and event branding suppliers in the country. And then Neo Colors has given birth to subsidiaries. We have Neo Express, which is our logistics partner, doing deliveries for all our, our clients. And then we have our trading business, sourcing naman materials from abroad for its operations. And we also have our skincare business that was launched under the trading business. We have Beauty Restore. Tama bang banggitin? Ayun. So, meron kaming skincare business from Korea. But of course, the core is Neo Colors. And our Neo group of companies now has close to 100 employees.
Wow! So, nagsimula lang doon sa lakas ng loob at saka, sige nga, subukan nga natin kasi parang kikita ako ng maganda rito.
Yes, sideline
Nagsimula
lang.
lang sa ganun. Okay. Nanganak ng iba pang mga ventures, no? So, ngayon, after 22 years, may events, may into skincare, at marami pang ibang
Yes.
branches.
Aha.
'Di ba? Nag-branch out na ng kung ano-ano pang ibang mga ventures. So, para sa iba, ang isip lang nila pag tinignan ka nila, ang galing naman kasi ni ganyan eh. Magaling talaga si ganyan. Meron ba talagang term, Tita Ging, na she single-handedly made it possible?
I can never say that. I can never say that because the Lord has always been there. During the times when I was just starting the business, Cheska, naging altar ko ang parking lot ng SM South Mall. Okay, yung negosyo ko nasa Las Piñas, nasa Pilar. Starting a business, lalo na kung wala kang education to back you up, I mean, doing it, ang hirap. Nandun ako sa maraming beses na gusto ko nang sumuko. Maraming beses na ano ba tong pagkakamaling nagawa ko sa buhay ko? Bakit ba ako nandito? The Lord has always been there. So I would run to Him. Like, meron akong maliit na kotse noon, ipapark ko yan dyan sa South Mall. I would cry to the Father. I would cry to the Lord. Lord, Ikaw yung nagbigay sa akin ng vision na to. Lord, saan mo ba talaga ako gustong dalhin? So, I would really pour out my heart to Him. Ang hirap niya, nagsisimula ako ng negosyo, maliliit yung mga anak ko. Tapos financially, challenged yung negosyo mo kasi maliit lang yung puhunan mo. Nandun ang Panginoon. And He really showed me that you're not alone. You're not alone. You know, when He gives a vision, the provision follows. Hindi ko, Cheska, maalala na totally na-reach ko yung rock bottom. Like before I reach the ground, the Lord would raise me up. It's like, sabi nga nila yung parang eagle tayo. Yung tama ba eaglet ang tawag?
Oo,
yung anak ng eagle.
Oo.
Pag tinuturuan niyang lumipad, dadalhin niya yan sa pinakamataas. Ililipad
Hayaan
niya,
niyang
tsaka niya
malaglag.
bibitawan. At pag bibitawan niya yan, hindi pa naman marunong lumipad. Bago yan mag-hit ng ground para masaktan, nandun ang mother eagle. To
Sasambutin ka sa ilalim, parang ganun.
At ramdam na ramdam ko ang Panginoon sa maraming pagkakataon hanggang sa umabot tayo dito. You know, all the opportunities, all the open doors, lahat ng mga tao na nagbigay ng break, bigay ng Panginoon.
Paano yung Tita Ging? Yung sa iba, parang ang feeling nila, nandito ko, for example, probinsya, sasabihin nila, opportunities kasi dito, very limited. Paano, sa ikaw, galing ka rin naman ng probinsya, paano mo hindi na-miss out yung mga little opportunities na pwede palang lumaki eventually?
You know what? Preparation is key also. Our faith is, of course, a big factor. Pero kailangan rin nating i-build yung sarili natin. So, para sa mga estudyante, para sa mga bata, if you're still in school, be the best student that you can be. You know, aim for excellence. Kailangan paghandaan, hindi lang kasi ang formula ko for success, ito lagi ko sinasabi kahit sa mga sales people ko, kahit sa mga empleyado ko, it's always capability plus opportunity equals success. Even if nakapila ang opportunities in front of you, if you're not capable because you did not prepare for it, wala yan eh.
Tama.
So ang ginawa ko siguro during that time, yung hirap, yung difficulties, yun yung nag-prepare sa akin to be able to face whatever comes my way. And when the opportunities came at handa ako na i-handle sila, that really made a difference in my life. Wala akong sinukuan, Cheska. Hindi madali. Hindi madali. Napakahirap mag-transition ng career from a dentist to an entrepreneur. It was a total shift. Of course, it's really parang hindi lang 180 degrees talaga siya. Na tumalikod ako doon sa dati kong career at harapin ito. Pero kung nakikita mo lahat na ng meron ngayon, bunga lang talaga siya ng hard work and an effort na I really poured into it. Walang half-baked na, walang half na attention.
Oo.
It's really full attention. And then, a lot of prayers.
Walang shortcut.
No shortcuts. Most people who would have shortcuts would miss the mark because they would compromise.
Oo. Nagmamadali kasi
Nagmamadali
sila.
ka kasing maging successful na you will compromise yung values mo, yung tinuro sa'yo na hindi dapat ito. You know what's right from wrong. Dahil ang Panginoon, He's faithful. He's faithful. As long as you live in obedience to Him, hindi tayo deprived sa opportunities ng mga anak niya. Shortcuts would mean compromising your beliefs. So, pwede na po yan kahit may kahit may daya or something. But if you want to run a business na talagang exercising your integrity, exercising your Christian values, it's really difficult. Kasi maliit, maikli ang, makitid yung daan sa ganon. But the rewards will really give you that, yung pakiramdam na ang sarap because it's really, everything is from hard work. And you will be very proud of it.
Iba-iba ang batayan ng success ng mga tao. Pero basically, parang ang iniisip lang or alam lang ng tao na pag marami kang pera, doon ka
Hindi.
successful, ano ang mga success na itinuturing mo sa buhay mo?
Number one na luxury para sa akin, yung nakakatulog ka ng mahimbing sa gabi.
Totoo.
Yung alam mo na matutulog ka na wala kang tinapakan with whatever you have. You earned it the way you know the Lord wanted you to earn it. At wala kang, kumbaga tama ka, walang shortcuts na para lang makuha mo kung ano yung gusto mo. Because it's not all about money. Maraming tao, maraming pera, Cheska, pero hindi sila successful, hindi sila masaya.
Totoo.
Dahil siguro sa maraming reasons.
Wala silang peace.
Walang peace.
Diba?
So, ultimately, ang luxury sa buhay is yung peace, yung pamilya na meron ka na nagmamahal sa'yo, na kasama mo sa hirap at ginhawa nga, sabi, diba? E di lalo na when you're blessed and when you already enjoy the blessings. So, that's the best part.
Sabi nila, Tita Ging, mamimili ka lang daw lalo na kapag ikaw ay babae or mommy, maging successful sa career o maging successful sa family?
I beg to disagree.
Okay.
Okay, kasi ako may daughter ako. She's 25 now. And it's really something na siguro intentional. Yung intentional parenting na tinuturo ko talaga sa kanya to be self-sufficient. It will be a blessing to be married to someone who can well provide ng mga kailangan mo at mga pangangailangan ng magiging pamilya mo. But it's another to be self-sufficient kasi nabibuild yung confidence mo, buo yung pagkatao mo. And when you meet a stranger for a husband, hindi naman kayo magkakilala dati. And then when you meet this person, you have your own person to begin with, na hindi ka nakaasa sa kanya ng buong-buo na to the point, a lot of women, even if they're violated, even if they're, they're suffering, they have to stick to the husband because
Hindi
they
sila
cannot
buo.
survive on their own. So, I'm an advocate of women empowerment. I really encourage women to, build a career. You can juggle both motherhood, pagiging nanay, and pagiging career woman. Not that I was a superwoman when I did it. It was very difficult.
Correct.
Pero nagawa naman. Kaya naman.
Mahirap pero kaya.
Mahirap pero kaya.
So, na-juggle ang pag-aalaga ng mga anak
Yes,
habang
yes,
nagnenegosyo,
yes.
habang umiiyak sa parking lot.
Habang umiiyak sa parking lot.
Sabi nga sa Proverbs 16 verse 3, Tita Ging, commit to the Lord whatever you do and He will establish your path.
Exactly.
He will build, yung mga plans mo, ibe-bless niya. Pero, unahin mo pala siya lagi.
Lagi.
Doon nakatulong yung...
Nandun yung, kaya wala akong ipagmamalaki, Cheska eh. Proverbs 3:4-5 naman, trust in the Lord with all your heart. Lean not on your own understanding. In all your ways, not in some, not in a few, in all your ways, acknowledge Him, and He will direct your path. So, naniniwala ako nung pinanganak tayo, the Lord has a design for us. He has a purpose for our lives. We only have to trust Him. Kasi sometimes, if we don't trust Him enough, we disobey. We do it our way. And sometimes, doon nahihirapan tayo kasi ito na nga, diretso na yung daan, lumiliko pa tayo kung saan-saan. And it sometimes takes time to get back on track. But if we put our trust, hindi ko sinasabi hindi ako nagkamali. Marami rin akong, mga missed opportunities, mga maling desisyon. But when we always get reminded to trust in the Lord and to lean not on our own understanding. Kasi limited yung understanding at resources natin. But if we know that we have Him, everything will really work for us and will really be in place. Yeah.
Ang foundation mo nga, Tita Ging, sabi mo nga pagkabata, church kid ka na, lumaki ka sa simbahan, Sunday school,
Yes.
ang family nagsaserve. Pero paano binago ng iyong pananampalataya or yung foundation na yan dun sa pagtingin mo sa idea ng success?
Okay. Siguro kasi nga, 'di ba? Alam ko na ang source ko ang Panginoon. Ang source ko Panginoon. At yung pagkatao ko, my identity is defined by who I am in Him. I am His child. He provides for me. He gives me the best that mas best pa sa iniisip kong best para sa akin. So kung ano man yung blessing na natatanggap ko, hindi ko siya iniisip na para lang to enrich me. I believe that I am blessed to be a blessing. So success for me is not accumulating things. Success for me is being used to bless others, being used to bless the kingdom. That's why we are also here to bless churches, to help pastors, to help those who are in the ministry. I believe I was called for that. Na yung blessings na ipinagkakatiwala lang ng Panginoon sa akin ay hindi lang para sa akin. Para lang enjoyin yung buhay, para lang magmukhang, put together and mayaman. But it's really to be a channel of blessings. That's how I see success. The Lord, siguro ina-identify niya kung sino yung pwede niyang pagkatiwalaan ng success. Kasi alam niya na magiging channel ka or da-download mo whatever you are blessed with. And I believe na I'm nearing my retirement. Bata pa naman ako. Pero feeling ko when I retire, I feel like doon naman ako magfo-full time sa mga ministries na ngayon tinutulungan ko pa lang.
Okay.
So yun yung aking vision at yun yung aking revelation of success.
Siyempre, Tita Ging, hindi natin iisa-isahin yung mga ginagawa natin to give back. Kasi
No,
sabi
no.
nga ni God, dapat yung
ginagawa mo sa
hindi
kaliwa.
kita ng kaliwa sa kanan.
That's right.
Pero
that's
para
right.
sa mga nanonood sa atin sa episode natin or nakikinig, ano yung mga paraan na pwede nating gawin para itong success or whatever blessing na nakukuha natin, yun nga, sabi mo, hindi lang para sa atin. Ano yung mga pwede nilang gawin?
Okay, kasi for those who are, of course, I'm a Christian, so I have a church. I have a mother church. At ang Bible, tinuturuan tayo magbigay ng tithes and
Okay.
offerings. So that's a non-negotiable for me. Sa negosyo, that's in place. Even with yung accountant ko, alam nila yan.
Matic na yun.
Matic yun sa akin. But on top of that, of course, I identify needs. Not just ng church, pati rin ng community, schools, if there are those who I know or I evaluated na talagang kailangan yung tulong ko at meron akong kayang itulong. But you're correct, I don't announce them. I actually purposely tell these people not to post on social media or not to thank me because I believe my reward has to come from the Lord. But that's the way to manage it. If you are in a position, you just have to identify kung sino yung pwedeng tulungan because I believe ang dami niyan. And the joy of that comes from knowing that you have done something, that tayo yung kamay at paa ng Panginoon sa mundo. Tayong mga nananampalataya sa Kanya. So if we don't do that, who will do that? So we're doing it and we do it as unto the Lord.
Oo. Para sa mga ang tingin sa'yo, Tita Ging, ay very successful na sabi nga, hindi pa tapos si Lord kay Tita Ging.
I believe so.
Marami pang papagawa si Lord sa'yo. Anong message mo dun sa mga nandun pa lang sila sa pagkakataon or sa stage ng buhay nila na maraming pangarap, maraming gusto ko, ito marating ko, ito mga plans ko sa mga susunod, paglaki ko, pagtanda ko.
Yeah, intentional. Be intentional in everything na ginagawa mo. Intentional with your faith, meaning hindi hapyaw, hindi half. Intentional with whatever is there na gagawin mo. Kung estudyante ka, ibuhos mo yung atensyon mo. Kung bago ka sa trabaho mo, mahalin mo ang trabaho mo, mahalin mo yung employer mo.
Galingan mo.
Yes, galingan mo, magpakita ka kasi yun yung way then to be, to be identified and to be,
To be seen,
to
di ba?
be seen. That's right, by your employer and to get promoted. And if you are also starting a business, don't give up right away. Because success or, prosperity in business doesn't happen overnight. Sometimes just when you're about to give up, nandyan na pala yung breakthrough mo. So, and a lot of prayers. A lot of prayers. The discernment in doing things in business, hindi yan natural. It's developed with your intimacy with the Holy Spirit. Sometimes the right decisions, the right deals, the right contracts, nadidiscern mo yon because you hear from the Lord. And you also discern what's bad. And maiiwas ka rin sa mga mali if you are intentional with your prayer life. So, naniniwala ako not to sound super spiritual. Of course, there are practical things that we need to learn. That's why I also had to go back to school. Nag-aral ulit ako ng master's ko in business para lang din.
Continuous learning,
Yes,
no?
alam ko yung science ng pagpapatakbo ng negosyo, pagmamanage ng tao, management. But yung faith natin at yung dependence natin sa kung ano yung pwedeng gawin ng Panginoon sa atin, that's really on top of it. Like, it's really our number one source of everything that we could possibly need. So yung believe that you are capable, trust that you have a God who loves you and who will be with you. Basta lang, ikaw ay of course, merong personal na relationship sa Kanya. So it's important to have a personal relationship with the Lord because, syempre, maging anak ka muna bago siya maging tatay sa'yo. That's the basic truth that I want to share.
Oo. So, sana na-take down notes nyo ha, lahat ng mga tips na binigay sa atin ni Doc Christine, ni Ma'am Christine, ni Tita Ging sa ating episode ngayon. But at the end of it, di ba sabi sa Bible, sabi ni God, it is I who gives you the ability to produce wealth
yeah.
and to be successful.
That's right, that's right.
Tita Ging, thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Cheska, sa kwentuhan na to. I really
Oo.
enjoyed it. And I hope may napulot sila kahit konti sa experience at sa journey ko as a believer more than anything and as a business person.
Maraming salamat at pinasilip mo kami sa ano ba yung katotohanan talaga ng buhay? Ano yung katotohanan ng success? Hindi ho yan bigla na lang lumapag dyan
Yes,
at ine-enjoy, pinaghirapan, handaan, 'di ba?
That's right.
Pinaghandaan, may foundation at iniyakan ng maraming iyak.
Yes, sobra.
Binuhusan ng maraming dasal. Yan po ang kwentong Change by Faith ni Doc Christine. Nakasama po natin ngayong episode na ito. Sana'y marami kayong natutunan, nakuha, napulot at na-inspire kayo sa ating discussion. Again, Tita Ging, maraming
Thank you,
salamat.
Cheska. Thank you. Thanks, everyone.
Nakasama po ninyo si Tita Ging, si Dr. Christine Daguno Canoy. At nakasama niyo rin po Cheska San Diego Bobadilla. Ito po ang Changed by Faith.